Welcome to Astro News Monthly. This is Cyndi Wallace, and I am bringing to you, hi Katie, welcome. Hi Jennifer, good to see you, Bev. Hello everybody, come in. Tonight we're celebrating the new moon. Hi Rita, happy new moon. Tonight we're celebrating the new moon, and that's going to be very, very special. And I'm sorry for the lighting. I just can't have lights in my eyes anymore. My eyes have gotten more sensitive, so it has to be what it is. But we are celebrating the new moon tonight. It's going to be in Scorpio. And so the Scorpios and the Taurians are going to get a real big whip of it, but everybody's going to enjoy it. And it just means a new promise and a new beginning in your career and home. Hi, Jennifer. Good to see you. Glad you came. So we have a really big month ahead. It's going to be good for everybody from what I see. And happy new moon to everyone. In November, the big highlights are the new moon tonight in Scorpio, and by the way, it opposes Uranus. That can be a big, that's a big surprise. Hi, Lily, good to see you. That can be a really big surprise with, again, home and family, and we'll see it happen in the next 4 weeks till we get to the next new moon. Venus also goes into Capricorn for 4 months. So, hi Christina. Good. Yes, I am feeling better. Thank you so much. Yeah, I had the same thing you had. But Venus is moving into Capricorn. That's very good for Capricorns and also Cancers for this month. Hi, Brett. The full moon will be a lunar new full moon. It's going to be like a moon on steroids. Very, very weird. It's going to be a huge full-blown energy with a lunar new moon, and it will be in Taurus. And so that is going to affect the Taurians a little more with the Capricorns, but the whole world is going to get a rip of it. So let's start with the Capricorns. We have a lot of news tonight. I spend about maybe 3 or 4 minutes on each sign. So if you don't want to sit through other people's sign, then you can come back in about 24 minutes. We'll be up to Cancer. All right. With the Capricorns and Capricorn rising, your ruler is Saturn, and Saturn right now is in Aquarius. And that's saying no groups, no friends, you're on your own, kid. And so that's kind of saying it for everybody since we had the pandemic. But for Capricorns, it's kind of a double whammy. Saturn will be in Aquarius until next year, around January of 23. And you all will get rewarded at that time, especially the Aquarians. All right, the sun is in Scorpio for the Capricorns, for the whole world. That's good for you, Christina. And for the sun, the new moon, Mars, and Mercury are all in Capricorn. So that'll be very, very good. It's going to be in your 11th house. That's the activity that you're going to have this month. 11th is friendships. It's community service. It's your hopes, wishes, and dreams revealed. And then on the 22nd, it will move into Sag, which is about friends. But it will be in your 12th house, Capricorns, and that's, I want to be alone. So even if you are inundated by friends, you might want to do things alone. The new moon, like I said, will be in Scorpio, and that also will be in the 11th house of friendships. And where is Venus? Everyone wants to know where Venus is. For the Capricorn, it's going to be in Capricorn, your sign in the 1st house. And that's, hi, Faustin. How are you? Happy new moon. Yes, we are celebrating the new moon today at 2 o'clock Pacific time, or 2:15, something like that. On the East Coast, it was about 5. The Venus in Capricorn will be in Capricorn for 4 months. This is unheard of. Usually it happens twice a year, but this is unheard of for the Venus to be in a sign so long. And the reason it's going to be there is because it's going to go retro on December 19th, and it will return direct on January 29th. So that's why Capricorn is going to be Venus is going to be in Capricorn for so long. But it's going to affect your 8th house, Capricorn. So 8th is about money, joint resources, new beginnings, that kind of thing. Hi, Pamela. Welcome, Linda. Hello, hello. Come on in. Welcome. Aho. The full moon for the Capricorn will be a lunar eclipse. That's like a moon on steroids. That's going to be very, very powerful lunar eclipse. And that will be on the 19th of this month. For the Capricorn, it's going to release everything in your 5th house of romance, children, relationships, sports, recreation, all the fun things in life. So Capricorn's finally, hi Martha, good to see you. Yes, thank you, thank you. I am feeling better. And it's a good month for Capricorns. And, finally Capricorns are getting a little something with that long Venus in Capricorn. All right, Aquarius rising, your ruler is Uranus. It's now in Taurus for the next 5 years. That's surprises in the home and family. That's what woke up the working at home. And your sun, the new moon, your Mercury, and your Mars are all in Scorpio. So, Tina, you are really feeling the punch. Lots of activity in your home and your whatever you do every day. Lots of activity for you, and I know it has been. I've been enjoying the pictures. So the new moon and all that activity will be in the Aquarian 10th house, and the 10th house is about career, your reputation, your father. It can be, how the world sees you. So that's going to be very important to have 4 events happening in your 10th house. Jupiter and Saturn is also in Aquarius, so you have a lot going too this month. And Jupiter moves out in December in Pisces for the whole world. Yay, Katie. And we'll get to that. But it's going to really be great economically for the whole world. The whole world between January and June is going to be very, very well blessed with money and prosperity. All right, the Venus for the Aquarian will be in Capricorn as it is for the world. However, for you, it will be in your 12th house. 12th house is I want to be alone. That could be you find love or money by yourself. It might be you're starting a new bank account by yourself. It might be you have a love, but you just rather do things by yourself. It also means that, when it goes into retrograde, it could test relationships, but it will come out from the retrograde around the 29th of January, and it's going to stay in Capricorn until March 1st. So for the Aquarian, it will be everything's 12th house. That's a shadow house. And that will mean that you really want to do things alone. And you could meet your love, if you don't have one, very suddenly by yourself. Walking down the street, going in a store. It will happen by yourself, not in a group. All right, Pisces. Pisces and Pisces rising. You get that real great kick, well, the whole world gets it, but you get that great kick in Pisces from January to June. That's going to be great. And You will enjoy it as the world will, because it means more prosperity. The economy will be better. And hi, Olga. Glad you could make it. We're talking about Pisces and Pisces rising. Now, Neptune, Pisceans, is your ruler. And Neptune can kind of make you feel a little lost, sometimes a little depressed, sometimes blissful, and you don't know why. So it's kind of like a bipolar type thing. But it will. It is in your sign Pisces right now. It's very powerful when you have your ruler in your sign. Now, the Scorpio sun will be in Scorpio, Mars and Mercury, and also the new moon today. The new moon is also being offset by Uranus, so it's a crazy new moon. It's going to bring up a lot of surprises in the home and the work. And for the Pisces, it's going to hit in your ninth house. Your ninth house is about publishing. It can be long distance affairs, long distance travel. It can be, like I said, publishing. It can be anything that's at a distance from you. It can be marriage. It can be also, let's see, what else can it be? It can be also, if you are a lot of communication on Zoom, that kind of thing. So that's very, very good. You have a lot of activity in that house. Now, Mars will be in Scorpio for 6 weeks. That can bring up a little irritation at times, but it will be a lot of intellectual activity for you. And legal matters. It could be legal matters. It doesn't need to be. Now that Venus in your sign, that's love, money, and creativity, that will be in Capricorn for 4 months. That, by the way, is a very earthy love. That can be a very earthy love. You're not hitting the moon with it, but you're staying on the ground with a very earthy love it can bring in. It can also be that your money situation, you're being very practical with your money, not spending too much, but you're doing the best you can. Hi, Kathy. You did miss the Capricorn, but you'll have to catch it on the repeat, but it's very, very good, so don't miss it. The Venus will be in Capricorn for until March. It will go retrograde on the 19th of December and be retro until January 29th. But it's going to be a very earthy love. It can bring in a very earthy love to you. It can be, again, being very practical with your money matters. And it can also be, it's in your 11th house of friendships. You could meet love in your friendship circle. That could be quite possible for the Pisceans, so that could be very good for you all. In the full moon opposing the new moon, it's going to hit that's on, by the way, on the 19th of this month. That's going to hit in your third house of marketing, communication, siblings. It should be very good. It's a moon on steroids, very full moon on steroids in Taurus. So it could be that maybe you have a sibling visiting you. It can be marketing and anything in your environment. That's very, very good. And I think you're going to do very well between January and June because you'll have Jupiter in your sign, Pisceans, and that's going to be very, very prosperous for you. All right. Thanks for the heart, Kathy. Good to see you. Sorry you missed Capricorn. You'll have to catch it on the rerun after. Let's go into Aries and Aries rising. You're ruled by Mars. Mars is in Scorpio for the next 6 weeks. So that's going to be great for your career. For the Arians, you will be having the sun, the new moon today, Mars and Mercury all in Scorpio. So, like I say, any Scorpios, you are really having a lot of energy today and for the next 4 weeks. For the Aries, that's going to hit all in your eighth house. So all month you're going to have, in November, the eighth house activity. That's joint resources, banking, real estate, joint sharing, new beginnings and endings. It could be endings, but I think it's more new beginnings with Scorpio. And it could be also in your career or what you do every day. Scorpio is hidden. Scorpio likes to hide. Hi, Christina. And so it will be, it's kind of a hibernating sign, but it will be very, very good for your career. Now, the full moon will be in Taurus on the 19th of this month. So it's going to hit you hugely in the second house, which is all about money and your prosperity and what you desire, with your money. So that's going to be very, very good. Venus, which is love, money, and creativity, is going to be in Capricorn for 4 months. That's very good for the Capricorns and Cancers, but also Arians, you're going to get it hitting in your 10th house until March 1st. And the 10th house, again, is about career, your reputation, how the world sees you, that type of thing. So that's going to be good until, March 1st. Mars is the ruler of Scorpio, in Scorpio, like I say, and it will be from November 1st, which we have it already, till December. So your ruler will also be in the 8th house of new beginnings and joint resources. And it can cause a little friction in that, but don't worry, it will be all right. Okay. Yeah, good falset. I know you'll like that. Now, Taurus. This is a big month for Taurians. You're ruled by Venus, so pay particular attention to what Venus is doing. It's going to be in Capricorn, very earthy Capricorn, very practical Capricorn for the next 4 months till March 1st. That is very, very down to earth. So your money and your love will be very practical for you. The sun, the new moon, Mars, and Mercury, which Mercury is all about focus, what you're focusing on, is all going to be in Scorpio, which is a hibernating sign, but it's all about career. And that will be in your 7th house of partnership, marriage, and romance. So for the Taurus, it would be about maybe sharing your career with your loved one. Maybe if you're married already, your wife or husband shares the career with you. If it is about, if you're not married, maybe you do propose and your husband or wife or partner takes on, that new role in the career. But then that sun is going to go into Sag, and on the 19th, and that's going to hit your 8th house of joint resources. So that makes sense. That Sag can be about friendships and travel. Maybe you decide to go on a honeymoon after your engagement. So for the Taurus, it could very well spell out a new beginning with a partner. And that partner could, since it's Scorpio, be in your career. The full moon for the Taurian is in Taurus, so that's a whammy. It's going to be not only a full moon, but it's going to be a lunar full moon, and that's a moon on steroids. So that's going to be a lunar eclipse at 21 Taurus. So if you have anything 5 degrees prior or 5 degrees after, any planets at those degrees, it's going to be hit. And that's going to be in your 1st house, Taurians, of your personal anything you describe as personal in your life, and also in your body. That's your persona. So that's going to be a good month for you, and a whammy of a full moon in Taurus. And then you're getting that new moon today opposing your sign, and that was hitting Uranus in your sign. So something would happen to you if you're a Taurus. I know it did. And same for the Scorpios. All right, Gemini and Gemini rising, you are ruled by Mercury. We just had that long Mercury retro, so no more for you right now. But your sun, for the whole world, your sun, new moon today, your Mercury and Mars is all in Scorpio. All that activity in Scorpio happening. And by the way, happy birthday, Scorpios. I know you've either had a birthday or you're about to have a birthday. So the happiest of birthdays for you. Hi, Kasim. Welcome, welcome. All right. So all that activity for the Gemini and the Gemini rising is going to be in your 6th house of everyday affairs, your career, that kind of thing. It's going to be very, very good for you. That 6th house can be about health too, and also watching, starting a new health regimen. And it's in Scorpio, so it could be that maybe you decide to go into health for a career. Maybe you're studying to become, a health professional, or maybe a, holistic health provider. So that could very well be too. The Mercury and Mars all is in your 6th house, but the sun will change to your 5th house, and that will be on the 19th of this month. And the 5th house is all about love and romance, fun, children, and recreation and sports. So that'll be very, very good for the Gemini. Now your Venus, which is love and money and creativity, will be in Capricorn, very earthy sign. You will be very practical with your love and your money. And it's going to be there for 4 months till it already went in, and it's going to be there until March 1st. It will go retrograde until it'll go retrograde December 19th and turn around direct on the 29th of January. That will test relationship issues, but it will be cleaning stuff up. So it's all good. The planets are always working for our benefit, not our detriment. Never works for our detriment, always our benefit. I hope, Olga, you heard that all this good Scorpio stuff. It's happening. 4 events in Scorpio. Very, very active. So the Gemini, you're going to get that Venus in your 8th house of money and joint resources. And it's going to be very, very good for endings and new beginnings with love. And it will clear up relationship issues while it is in Capricorn. Capricorn is very practical and earthy. And it's a good sign to walk on the earth, not, be up in the clouds with you. May even realize some very earthy lessons with your love and your money. The full moon for the Gemini will hit in your 12th house of shadow. It's like you want to do things alone. It's going to hit in Taurus at 27 degrees. And it's not only going to be a full moon on the 19th, but it's also going to be a... Hi, Nicole. Glad you could be here. Welcome. The full moon is not only going to be just a full moon, it's going to be a lunar full moon. That's a moon on steroids. That is a hellacious, powerful whammy. So the 19th is going to bring what today brought in as our promise for the new moon. On the 19th, you will see it in action. Whatever you were wishing for will come true in spades with that lunar eclipse. All right. That's going to hit, like I said, in your 12th house of I want to be alone. I want to do things alone. So that full moon in Taurus, maybe you just want to be in your home alone, or maybe at that point you don't have visitors and you're getting things tidied up and cleaned and, with your family, you let them go and do their whatever they want to do and you just have your alone time. Nothing wrong with that. All right, Cancer. In Cancer rising, you are ruled by the moon. So your life is changing every 2.5 days. And your sun is in Scorpio. And on the 21st, that will change. But you've got not only the sun in Scorpio, as the world does, you have the new moon today that hit in Scorpio. It was at 12 degrees. And that affects the Taurians wildly. The Mercury and the Mars is also in Scorpio. So for the Cancer, you have it in your 5th house of love, romance, children, recreation, sports, fun times, children, like I said. Gosh, that could be a little, if you want to write a book, it's a great time to do it for the Cancers. And anything writing, because you're a water sign and so is Scorpio, so you're going to do very, very well with that new moon, and also everything else in Scorpio right now. Now Venus, which is love, money, creativity, will be in Capricorn for the next 4 months till March 1st. Very practical, earthy, solid love and money. It's not up and down. It's very, very, very stable. That will be in your 7th house, Cancers, of partnership. You might be thinking of proposing or being proposed to. You might be thinking of marriage. Maybe you've met someone that you want to get married to and you're planning a wedding. Or maybe if you haven't met someone, you will meet the right one for your wedding. So that's very, very happy. That 7th could also be sharing money with someone else in a job or, your career. But it should be sharing money. Okay. All right. Good for you, Nicole. The full moon in Taurus is a lunar solar eclipse this month. That's going to be on the 19th at 27 degrees Taurus. So the Scorpios, Taurians are going to be hit wildly by that in a good way. That can be home and family changes for the better. And I know, Tina, you've had a lot of changes. That full moon for you will be in your 11th house of friendships. That can be community affairs. That can be wanting to serve and volunteer. That can be also the 11th house is wishes and desires and dreams that you have finally come true on that full moon. That will be a blast. Anything you're wishing for today, which was the new moon in Scorpio, will come to pass on that full moon. So I hope a lot of you put your wishes and hopes and dreams in a satchel or put it in a drawer, and it will happen on that full moon. Now the Leos and Leo risings, you have Sun, the new moon, Mars, and Mercury, what you focus on in Scorpio, as the world does. But for you, it's all your events this month will be hitting in your 4th house of home and children, and also family. So that will be very, very good. Hi, Donna, too. And welcome. Donna, you're a Leo. We're hitting Leo right now. So that was really good timing. So all that event will be in your career house, in your 4th house. So Working from home would be beneficial for you. Maybe your place of career says you don't have to work in the building anymore. You can work at home. Maybe you get a lot done in the home regarding your career. Scorpio is more of a retiring sign, so that may be that you decide to, do more things in the home with your career. Now, Venus will be in Capricorn for 3 months. That's unheard of, but true. And usually Venus is only there for a month, but it's going to be there for 3 months. Yay for the Capricorns and Cancers. So for the Leo, it's going to be in your 6th house of career. That's also for health. And you will be exploring a lot more with your health, getting some health checkups done, examinations. Maybe you couldn't for the COVID pandemic, but now you're doing it now. So that 6th house will be explored with that Venus. If you are with a honey, you'll be doing more with your honey in the home and your everyday life. And hi, Lynn. Welcome, welcome. If you don't have a honey and you're a Leo, well, you certainly could meet someone in a health regimen. Maybe you go to the doctors and you meet your honey, or maybe you are just in your everyday life. Maybe you stop off at Wendy's and you meet him or her. So that could happen. But it would be a very grounding love. Nobody with Venus in Capricorn is going to be shot to the moon in love. And if you are, Venus is going to bring you down to size and make it very earthy for you. The full moon for the Leo is going to be on the 19th. We had the new moon today. The full moon on the 19th will bring the promise of what, I know, bring it, honey. Bring it, Rita. Yeah, bring it. You deserve it. And that full moon will be in Taurus, opposing Scorpio, still the Scorpio, getting that blast all month. But for the Leo and Leo rising, it's going to mean that that's going to be in your 10th house of career and who you are to the world. So you could get a promotion, you might get a raise, you might get some recognition in your career. It will be 27 Taurus, so that could be in the home. If you're not working in the home, I would say you will be working in the home, but that 10th house is really going to be shot to the moon on that 19th. And for the next 4 months into December. So you could very well get a raise. Yay, Rita. Yay, Donna. That could be happening in, maybe you don't get it until December. But that's all about career and your promotion. So that's looking pretty good. 4, 6, and 10. That's all about the home and family and your career, the love in your everyday happenings or group. Hi, Muddy. Oh, beautiful soul. I'm glad you came. All right, Virgo and Virgo rising. The sun, the new moon today that hit, it was a wild moon. It will be intact for the next 4 weeks. Wild with Uranus. It was an exact to that planet Uranus. And that is a heavy hitter for surprises. We might get weird weather in the next 4 weeks. We might see some kind of surprises in the economy, in the government, that kind of thing. For the Virgo, you're going to see it in your 3rd house, Your 3rd house, all your activities going to be in the 3rd house with Mercury and Mars conjuncting in that 3rd house in Scorpio. That's all about marketing. That's taking your career to another level. Maybe you're marketing now. Maybe you're going on Zoom more. Maybe you're having more visibility in your job. But that's going to be very good. That can be siblings. Maybe you go on a trip and you see your siblings. That could be very, very good for all of that. The third house is also your environment. So you could get a real big boost with your career in your environment. Now, your Venus is love, money, and creativity. The Venus will be in Capricorn. That is so practical, so earthy, so funny, stable. I love you too, Donna. Thank you. Oh, thank you. That Venus in Capricorn for 4 months. Wow, that is so good. For 4 months, we all will have stability in our money and our love situation. Finally, it's been like a roller coaster. So it is going to go retro. You know what retro means? It means going backwards. It will go backwards, not really, but it looks like it does in the skies. It doesn't really, it's just the way the earth is moving. And it will go retro from December 19th to January 21st. And that's a long time. And then it will go still in Capricorn till March 3rd. That is great for the Virgo in your 5th house of love, romance, love, romance, children, sports, activities. If you're writing a book, it's a great time to do that. You'll get it published. It's going to be a very stable situation in those matters. So if you don't have a honey, you could meet one very, very suddenly, by the way. It's in the 3rd house of environment. So go in your environment, go around your neighborhood, take walks, get out there. That could be very, very good. You might be visiting your siblings and you meet someone through that travel. Or it could be that you also can play the Powerball for the next 4 months. It should be very, very good for you. Virgo is an earth sign too, so it's very favorable. That Venus is very favorable because it's an earth sign, and you are an earth sign, Virgo. So again, you are ruled by Mercury, and we already had that Mercury retro for the last month. I think we had it. And so you're through with that. And so you should be feeling like you just want to pick up and go on, especially with the environment and siblings and your marketing and who you are in the job. The full moon is in Taurus. That's still an earth sign, very favorable to you, Virgo, since you're an earth sign. And that will be hitting you in your 9th house of distance. I would say you are going to travel in the next 4 weeks. It's going to be long distance travel. And that is a lunar eclipse. That is a whammy at 27 Taurus hitting the opposing the Scorpios. So that is the whammy. And for the Virgos, again, anything that is long distance, that can be a marriage or a wedding, but it's more like learning long distance, traveling long distance, and also publishing long distance, all of that. And that lunar eclipse is going to make it go wild. It's a moon on steroids. All right, Libra. In Libra rising, you are ruled by Venus, so pay attention to your Venus as we go through these planets. Libra, the sun is in Scorpio. The new moon is in Scorpio today, just hit, was lit up by Uranus. Surprise, surprises, and surprises. Libra is the sign of peace, well-giving. It is a legal sign. It also is friendship and peace, and everything has to be balanced because Libra is the sign of balance. If you came in as a Libra, you no doubt had to learn balance in this life. So not only do you have the new moon that hit today opposing Uranus, you have Mercury and Mars also conjuncting in Scorpio. So for you, it's about the 2nd house of money and prosperity, economics. That's going to be your whole focus, and friction, maybe a little friction there. But the sun is guiding you in Scorpio in the 2nd. That would all be about kind of doing it alone, but you're doing it and you're getting that prosperity that you need. Because Scorpio is a loner. You know, Scorpio's kind of like their aloneness. So that's really good. And so your Venus is going to be in Capricorn. Again, I was explaining for 4 months. And it will leave Capricorn finally in March, but I know the Capricorns and Cancers want it to stay there. It's finally benefiting the Capricorns a lot. So for the Libra and Libra rising, it is hitting you in your 4th house of home and family, and also that could be property. Property matters, getting the property in shape, putting money into the home, that kind of thing. Maybe you're moving, maybe you are doing some kind of real estate course. But that would all be about money, and money matters in the home. Maybe you're making money in the home. Hi, Teresa. Welcome. Lots of love. And that full moon in Taurus, the moon on steroids, that's a whammy in your 8th house of closure, endings, and new beginnings. That's about joint resources, real estate. Again, kind of like the opposition of that 4th house, the 8th house, and the 2nd house. Those are really all prosperity houses. So you will be enjoying a lot of making money and putting it to good use, especially in the home, doing everything in the home, maybe making money in the home, but putting money towards the home. And that full moon with the 8th is very, very true too. All right. Scorpio and Scorpio rising. You know by now that everything is in Scorpio this month. And as it is every time of this year, Scorpio and Scorpio rising. So the sun is in Scorpio until the 21st. The new moon is in Scorpio. It happened today, opposite Uranus. Mercury and Mars is in Scorpio. That's all hitting you in your 1st house. 1st house is a personal house. It's all about your body and your physicality and your personality and your persona. It's all about taking care of yourself. It has a lot to do with maybe catching up on your exams that you missed through the pandemic. Maybe you are, wanting to do something new with your body, maybe some new clothing, maybe some new makeup or hair. That could be possible. And as always, Scorpio is a lone sign. You know, Muddy was just saying that in her heart, she's kind of a loner here. So, yeah, Teresa, I don't know. I think you were here with the Libra, but if you weren't, we just did it. So you would have to catch it on the retake. I'll do a retake after. So the Scorpios, you're kind of a sign that likes to be alone. Would you agree, Olga? I think you want to be alone. And so, Scorpios tend to be alone. You're ruled by Pluto. Pluto right now is in Capricorn. It will be in Capricorn until 2024, the spring of 2024. And then it will show everybody what Pluto was trying to do for the government. We will finally get the truth in all government. We will see the truth. The truth will be revealed to us by Pluto. That's what it's been doing for the last 15 years, is tearing up the systems and going through the systems and cleaning house. So that's what Pluto is doing. And by the spring of 2024, we will know the truth finally about the government, all government systems. Hi, Laurencia. Oh, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right. Now for the Scorpios, like I said, all that activity, Mercury, Mars, new moon, and Sun is in Scorpio in your first house. Venus, which is in Capricorn, earthy, practical, stabilizing, finally, Capricorn, is going to be there for 4 months till March 1st. And for you, it's going to, let's see, for you, it's going to be in your first house. I'm sorry, your third house, and that will be siblings, your environment. It also will be marketing and communication, a lot of communication, probably in your environment. So you could be also talking a lot to your siblings and a lot of communication. If you don't have a honey, you will meet one in your environment. Guaranteed. If you do have a honey, there will be a lot of communication back and forth with your honey. Olga's saying yes. Let's see what you're saying yes to. Yes, something. Okay. All right. Sometimes. Okay. Sometimes you want to be alone. All right. I got it. But your Venus for the Scorpio, for the money, I would be doing a lot of marketing if I were you. You might make some money with a sibling, go into business with a sibling. If you're in your own business, you may want to market more. You might want to go on Zoom. If you're selling something, it would be a great time for the next 4 months to advertise on social media. And I know a lot of people do that, and they do very well. Whether it's jewelry or selling crystals or something, I know a lot of people that do a regular, and they make out very, very well. So that could be an idea if you have your own business. The full moon will be in Taurus at 27 degrees. It will be opposing you, Scorpios. That is a whammy. That's going to be a very powerful moon for you in your 7th house of partnership. So if you are married, your marriage is going to get way better. If you aren't, and you had all that communication going on in Venus, so a lot of communication with your partner. If you're not married, you will meet somebody. You will meet someone with that whammy of a full moon at 27 degrees on the 19th. You have the promise of it today in Scorpio. And then on that lunar eclipse, you're going to get the full effect of what you were wishing for today. Whatever happened today, it's going to be electrified and magnetized. That's what an eclipse does to a moon. It just lights up the sky. It puts it in, it's like I've arrived. It's so powerful. And for the next year, that lunar eclipse will be intact for the Scorpios and the Taurus. So that's very, very good, hitting in your 7th house of partnership. You might even want to start a business with somebody, or maybe you start with your partner, your married partner. If you haven't proposed to someone, you will, or you'll get a proposal. That's a guarantee under that moon. All right, and that will go into December, remember. All right, Sag and Sag rising, you are ruled by Jupiter. What is Jupiter doing soon? Well, it's been in Aquarius for a year, and it's going to go into Pisces. So that Pisces is going to benefit the whole world, but especially the Sages and the Sages and the Geminis. So the Geminis and Sages will get a real big boost with that Jupiter when it goes into Pisces in January, and it's going to be there until June. You actually got a taste of it. Someone's happy. You actually got a taste of it in May and June. So whatever was happening in May and June, you might explore that again. But, review it and see what was going on. But you will enjoy it like the world will for 6 months after January. Now, your sun, your new moon today, your Mercury and Mars is all in Scorpio, and that is a lot of activity. And so you will be benefiting from that in your 12th house. That is a shadow house. That is, I want to be alone. Doesn't mean that that's bad. Most of the time when you get the shadow house, you want to be alone. But that sun in Scorpio and all that activity with Mars and Mercury and the new moon will be all in the 12th house of meditation, being alone, starting something by yourself. Yes, Olga, you do have a great business. Olga has a wonderful business where she puts names of your name on cups and all kinds of beautiful things. So if you're interested in that, Olga Russell is on live right now. You can message her if you're interested. Great gift. She sent me a wonderful cup, and I just used it the other day. So thank you for all that hydration I received. And I'll use it every day. So the Venus in Capricorn is for 4 months, and that's earthy, loving, very stable Venus finally. And that Venus for you in Sag is going to be in your second house of money, prosperity, economy, that kind of thing. So it's going to be very, very helpful for money matters. And then on the 19th or 21st, the sun is going to go into Sag, and that will be in your first house. Then that chapter is going to change for you, and it will be in your first house of persona, body, and who you are as a person. So when that all that activity shifts over, you will feel that shifting over from I want to be alone to here I am. Let's get a new makeup, new hair, new clothing. Let's get some pizzazz with the persona, and your personal affairs will come into the limelight. The Venus, it will be in Capricorn in your second, like I said, and that full moon in Taurus will be a zinger. It's a lunar eclipse in your sixth house of career, health matters, and everyday affairs. And that will be on the 19th. So it's really looking good for all signs. All signs are doing very, very well this month. I think we are rounding up the corner of what was a very boring summer, probably because all the planets were in retrograde. We're coming out of it now. We're seeing a lot of activity here for the Taurians, for the Scorpios, for the Pisceans and the Virgos, and also the Capricorns and the Cancers with that Venus. So all the other signs are benefiting too. I don't mean to leave you out. It's just that those are showcased. Those are the ones that are showcased. You are welcome, Bev. Well, let's get into some questions that you may have. I have my trusty cards here today. Tonight we're using the emerald cards, the ones from Ireland. I love these. And so they're the Celtic, Irish, Scottish cards. All right, Rita, anything, let's see, gotta put on my glasses. Anything immediate coming up? Okay, let's do 3 cards for you, Rita. And Rita is our Leo among Donna. Okay, Rita, these are the cards I picked for you. Okay, I'm gonna read the cards. Older person coming into view. When I say old, I don't mean elderly. It's just an older person. coming into view. There's a lot of warmth with this person. Warm and fuzzy. I think you're coming into a new relationship. If you're in a relationship right now, it will get better. So Donna, your relationship will get better if it wasn't already. And there's a cloud over that, Rita. So the cloud would seem to me that you don't know the person yet, or it comes out from a cloud. It's clouded right now, it's shrouded. So on the new moon, you may not know who that person is, but the card suggests that you're meeting somebody new. He's taller than you are, because I see you looking up at him. He may be a little older, very warm, beautiful blue eyes. So look for that person. Can't remember what we said for your love, but I know you remember. Okay, let's see. Other questions? Bev, will I get my additional mini job on the diversity committee? Wow, okay. Okay, let's see. All right, these are the cards I picked for you, Bev. Bev's a Pisces. Okay, let's read the cards. Oh boy, a little frustration at first with this, kind of a little arguing going on or friction within the committee, but then nearing closer to the full moon, you will know that you got it. Don't get into the drama of what's going on right now. Just be the peaceful Pisces that you are, and it will all work out. But I get a yes with your question. It's just right now there's some kind of friction going on, and it's not yours, so don't get involved with it. Okay, let's see. Christina, what's going on with my mom's health? Nadi is a Cancer. Okay. These are the cards I've picked for you. Let's see. Very wise soul, Nadi is. Very old soul. I like the energy. Lots of past lives and Asian lives that are coming up. I'm getting that it's nerve related. Could be a pinched nerve, could be something in the nervous system, could be just stress. But it feels like you should know about it by the midpoint of this month. What's going on. But I would focus more. I'm not a doctor, so I can't tell you exactly what's wrong, but I can tell you that it's in the area of the nervous system. So I would go for that, maybe see a neurologist, and they will pinpoint. It's not serious. I think it will be fixed. I also get that acupuncture might help, so you might take her to an acupuncturist. All right, Katie, are there any messages for me? All right, our sweet little Pisces, along with Bev. These are your cards, Katie. All right. Wow, just a zoo comes up with you. I'm just like in the zoo. So many animals love you so much, and that's from this side and the other. You will certainly have a zoo meeting you when you pass over. I can assure you of that. You're in the right profession. There is even a greater level of professionalism coming up for you. I think you're going to know about it soon. I get a 6. It would be within 6 weeks to 6 months. There is a real big elevation for you coming. Has to do with a woman, and it probably will have something to do with a promotion or possibly buying into a business or joining someone in a business. So your money is going to surge between January and June. So prosperity should be very, very good for you, Katie, and all Pisceans and Virgos. Okay. Let's see. Okay, Laurencio, what's coming up for me in terms of business? Business. Okay. I think I get that right. All right. Well, I noticed Facebook fixed their streaming with names. That's good. It was horrible before. It's a little more stable now. These are your cards, Laurencia. Okay. Laurencia, your card suggests you're getting rid of cobwebs right now. You're getting out of the clutter. You're making a business totally yours. If you had a partner, they're going bye-bye. You're getting that legally done. It shows some legal matters that are going your way. And it shows also a man coming to help you that's not related to you, but he's a good soul like you are. And this will happen in a 5. He could become maybe like a manager or somebody in a professional way for you. But he will be very kind and very solid for your business. So getting rid of cobwebs is what I see. Finally making your business yours. Whatever you're in, you're making it yours. So that's the good news. It looks successful in moving on into that Pisces, Jupiter in Pisces. So you're going to benefit just like the world will. All right, Jennifer. All right. My father is in the hospital and he has poor prognosis, possibly 6 months to live. Will he be better? Okay. Let's see. I'm not sure what your father's name is, but it's okay. I'm going to give you the cards. All righty. Those are your cards, Jennifer. Let's see. I really feel like it may not be good news for you, but good news for your mother, that your father will eventually be joining her. I don't see death as a bad thing, so it's what you consider. But I'm feeling like your father is meant to join your mother pretty soon. It looks that way to me. She's getting him ready, and what she is concerned about is your preparation as well. So I'm sorry to give you that kind of news, but it's happy on the other side, and they will be together. And then once you cross over, you'll be enjoying their company again. You're not losing them. You're just, he's just going to a better place. So, next time we do a reading, I'll check that out. But I am getting that he will be joining your mother soon, and she's very, very pleased with that. So, sorry to give you that information, but that's the way it looks to me. Pamela, my birthday is the 19th. How much of a whammy should I expect? Oh, that's really interesting because your birthday's on the 19th. Yes, you're going to be whammied, Pamela. You are going to have some big surprises and changes in your home and your career and the home and family. So that's where all those sudden situations are going to be, and it will be uh, all through December and for really the next year, since it's a lunar eclipse. So you can expect those big changes and surprises coming. But yeah, you're going to have a lot of them. Usually the planets work for our benefit, never for our detriment. So I would say that it's going to be good changes. And you already have Uranus in your sign, and that's already been bringing surprises in. So I don't think it's going to be any different. You've already been getting surprises. So it should be pretty powerful, I would think, in a good way. You're welcome, Rita. All right, Muddy. Let's see, we already know the truth, but they will all history books and reteach the truth in the system. Okay, Maggie Witch, Allah Kesh, Allah Ken, Cyndi, and I shall watch the replay. Okay, I'm sorry that you missed it, but I will replay it after. Okay, you are having, Muddy, you're having a mole tested here. I am going against rich people and stand in the truth, but I'm worried. All right, well, as long as you stand in your truth, you always will be taken care of by the universe. Oh. All right, these are your cards, Muddy. All right, let's see. Well, it looks like some women or a woman will take your side, so I don't know about the opposition, how powerful they are, but it looks like you're going to get help with at least 2 women. That's what your cards say, and you will... you're going to get some kind of a written out report, and that's going to help you a lot. I think that as long as you stand in your truth, it shows a lot of strength around you, and you will overcome the obstacles in a 2, and that will be 2 days to 2 weeks. So I would be looking around the shift of the sun and that new moon, that full moon for a turnaround with this. So whatever that opposition is about, it's going to turn around. All right, you are welcome, Bev and Katie. Are there any? Oh, we did that. Okay, do you have any others? You're welcome, Martha. You're welcome, Christine, Jennifer. Sorry about that. We had some technical problems. And let's see, Lynn, 4 years today I lost my husband. I'm so sorry. Will I find love again? Okay. These are your cards. All right. It will come in, it looks like the next 3 months. It's in your everyday affairs. And you're wearing sunglasses when it happens, so I'm wondering if it's outside somewhere like a parking lot or something like that. It looks to me like it's going to be sudden and someone you don't know now. This man looks like it's a widower. He has children, but they will not bother the relationship. So keep the faith, Lynn. Your husband is with you always, and it was as sad for him to leave you as it was for you, but he wants you to be with someone else, and that looks like that's happening within the next 3 months. All right. Let's see. Yeah, I know. Animals are your reward, aren't they, in this life, Katie? Bobby, I'm sensing something big is going to happen. I feel unusual anxiousness. Is this personal to me, someone close to me, or globally? All right. Bobby, we're picking these cards for you. These are your cards. I don't know if you can see them. It's so weird tonight. I cannot see anything on the camera, so I hope things are going well, but I cannot see the camera at all. So I'm kind of going, like a bird on the wing. These cards are really good for you, Bobby. You've been through a lot of changes already. It was good you moved. That was as it was to be. It does feel to me that you're going to hit a new crescendo in your career, and that looks good. And at 10 will be 10 weeks to 10 months. You will have a new partner in your life. It is a man you do not know, and it's someone in the locale or community. And you could meet him that way just by, your everyday affairs, or possibly joining in with community, something like that. But just, do your life. First, the career is going to crescendo. More people are getting your name and what you do. And then it looks like in a 10 weeks to 10 months, you are coming into a partnership, someone that's right for you. All right, let's see. Love Mom and Dad. This is Muddy. Had the same birds on the wall. Ha 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 ha! Oh, good. Well, maybe the birds were supposed to show. You're welcome, Laurencia. Thank you, Jennifer. Let's see, Christina, sending you strength and healing. Thank you, thank you. God bless you. Jennifer, thank you. Christina, that's very nice of you. That is good. Beverly, will Thanksgiving be at a Chinese restaurant? I don't know. Let's see what cards you... There's nothing wrong with that. I used to do that all the time. Okay, I might this year too. Well, it's with family. It might be at a Chinese restaurant. It shows that it could be in no one's home. So I think it may be, but it does show family. So, hey, that's as good as it gets, right? Family in a Chinese restaurant. Olga, bury my husband, his health, his birthday. He's an Aquarian, February 8th. He's been itching all over his body. Is there something to help him? Okay, these are your cards. Okay. It's an allergy or something in the wash, detergent. It does show up as some kind of allergy, something he's allergic to. I don't know if he's gotten allergy tests or not, but it shows that it's more topical, not something in the system. It could have been brought on by stress, though, but it does show topical. You might want to go with some antibiotics. I don't know why I'm seeing antibiotics. Might want to go with that because it could be a something he picked up if he was dealing with water or plants or something in the garden. I'm sensing it is very topical. It could even be a bacteria, but you will get rid of it through either some kind of ointment or antibiotics. That's what shows in the cards. You're welcome, Lynn. You're welcome, Bobby. You're welcome, Bev. Hi, Kay. Laurencia, my son is having delayed speech. Do you think he will talk soon? He is March 3rd. Zion, okay, or Zion. These are your cards. Okay, these are your cards. Well, it does show that he may have a small procedure, but between February and May, there will be a vast improvement. It does not look like a learning situation. it looks like maybe it has something to do with the brain. I don't know if he was a preemie or something like that, but something will be re-regulated. Could be the pituitary gland, something like that. I'm not a doctor, but I do see the head. So they will examine more with the head, and between February and May, it shows a vast improvement with his health, and he will be eventually talking. I do think it has something to do with, again, from here up. So that's where the doctors should focus their attention. It looks like it will be okay eventually. You may still have a little bit more to go with it. So anyway, it was a pleasure to serve all of you. Again, this is our Astro News Monthly. Catch me on the weekly every Monday on Facebook. I am always here to serve you. I love my community and group. You are so welcome, Olga and Laurencia. Tune in again. Aho, namaste, ashe, aloha. See you next month on Monthly Live. Until then, be safe, be well.